Let's talk about some food, shall we? Yolanda Dlamini's bubbly personality, you're about to see it yourself, and just enthusiasm for life. You can taste it. Why? She puts it into her food, into her dishes, showcasing her talent, and of course giving us a few cooking tips and have some wine while we're doing it as well. Morning, thanks for coming in.
Hello.
As well. Help me understand something though. Are you part of the expo this weekend, or is this completely separate? You're not part of this SA Tourism Expo this weekend?
I'm not, but I am a member of Proudly South Africa.
Proudly South Africa. Okay, so good. So
very
let's
much
set that
part
up
of my
then.
business.
And it's an important part of the business.
Absolutely.
So food-wise,
Absolutely.
talk to me. I mean, we were talking about wine earlier
Yes.
as well, and I'm going to name the wine in a moment. I'll tell you why, because we spoke about this earlier. Wine and food, the
Yes.
two go together. So you're coming in from the food side of it.
Yes.
And we're talking pairing.
We're talking pairing.
Okay.
So as White Cook, we own a beautiful studio, if I must add, in Bryanston, where we teach people how to cook. And it's so beautiful because then we can incorporate people actually cooking their meals with wine. And it's so beautiful that we are showcasing a wonderful wine that we showcase in our
So this is from the wine we had a little bit earlier. By the way, in
Yes.
case you missed it, we were talking about the Proudly SA Expo this weekend, Nanola. We had the business owner of this on, and I was trying to get a little drink out of this. Bra McCoy, by the way, can we get a round of applause for Bra McCoy, please, on the show? That was, he just decided to walk in. There he is. Where's our shot for Bra McCoy? There he is.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, by the way, Bra. He's going to keep us company.
Yes,
By the way, if
yes.
our lighting team feels like dimming the lights down low,
Yeah.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let's talk food. We have to talk food for a second. So
Yeah.
you've got two dishes here, two different kinds of wines. I'm seeing a bubbly. Let's
Yes.
start on your side while Bra keeps us
I
company.
mean, we have to start a day with bubbly, don't we?
Of course we do.
Yeah, so we have paired the beautiful bubbly here with some toast, cream cheese, spinach, and some salmon. And then, I must admit, I'm not a big hollandaise sort of fan. So what I did is that I put a lovely jalapeno achar there. And it goes so well with this beautiful bubbly right here.
How do you
and
do
it's
the
so
pairing?
fruity
How do
and
you do
it's
the pairing?
smooth. Hey?
How do you do the pairing? I've never understood the pairing.
Look, I don't know how other people do it. I literally taste it and
palate thing.
Yeah, and what notes come to me. And I know the notes thing is so personal. You can smell this and you will pick up a note and I'll pick up a different note, you know?
But
So
it's
I
yummy
go
for
with-
you, it's yummy for me.
Yeah.
As well. But obviously at Why Cook,
Yeah.
you're teaching people what goes together, because some things just don't go
Some things
together.
don't go.
Okay.
They don't go. But it's trial and error. That's one thing I've learned. Hey?
So if
Trial
I-
and error. But one thing I've noticed that for me, I pick up a note that I like in the actual sort of beverage.
Because I do know this. Well, I don't want to say I do know this. You can probably correct me. Fish goes with white wine.
So they
Red
say.
meat goes with red wine.
So they say.
So they say. It's not,
So
not written in stone.
Look, at White Cook and also just with trends now, trends are disrupting that.
Trends are disrupting it.
They're
Why?
disrupting that. That's what trends do. I've been finding that some reds go very well with fish lately, depending on the notes, as
Okay,
I've just said, you
yeah.
know. Some reds you can pick up on like a pear or a light sort of. Most Merlots, I feel like, are quite light, so they could go very well with fish.
Okay.
So that whole old school sort of thinking where white must go with like a fish or a red must go with red meat.
No one
It's
wrote that into
disrupted.
law. That's not in the Constitution. I like the way
Exactly.
you're thinking. So for Why Cook? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm one of those people that is able to destroy a slice of toast if you give me enough time as
Right.
well. So do you work with someone like me, a complete newbie, or do I have to have a bit of a palate, a bit of a background?
At White Cook,
Yes.
I feel like I like the people who don't know anything.
Like a blank canvas.
Yeah, because then I look great. And they think I'm amazing. And then they too then also feel liberated being there.
If you've just tuned in, by the way, and you're wondering why we have the legend himself, of course, Bra McCoy Mkhubata, he's joining us for Mandela Month. He's with us in a moment. But by the way, we're talking white wine, but every time I hear jazz, every time I hear the Bra, which wine am I going for? I'm going for the red.
Me too.
But can we talk food and red wine and jazz?
Of course.
What have you got on the red side?
So the red side, we've got a cab sauv. And it's so beautiful because I find that the cab sauv for this dish has paired so well with the sauces, and then it enhances the duck. For me, I don't like to dress the duck a lot. Duck has to be paired with sauces. So here we have a plum sauce, and we also have chakalaka there. So what I've done with the chakalaka, actually, I've taken a tin of chakalaka, and all I've done is literally blended it, and then I've made a sauce.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
But you've taken it something like duck, which some would consider as a fairly high-end dish, but you've taken chakalaka and go, we all know this.
You know what I
Just throw
mean?
it
Yeah,
together.
I like that you're even saying that.
Yeah.
So, to bring it home and to bring it to be easily sort of accessible to your brain.
You might cause a bit of a problem in my household. I'll tell you why. My wife loves to smother everything in sauce.
Right.
To the point where I actually can't even taste what she's made. I like the way you do this because if you're going to have duck, if you're going to have, salmon, taste it.
You have to taste it. And the beauty about this wine is that it does enhance the actual duck first, and then it brings the beauty of the sauces.
So now we're starting to make people salivate, by the way. If there was smell-o-vision on
to White
TV,
Cook.
it would be great. I was about to ask you that. So someone watching now, they're going, okay, you got me. You got me on the wine, you got the jazz. You don't get Bra McCoy, by the way, at White Cook, unless maybe you can organize that. But you do get this. So how does someone get hold of you? What do they do? Do they have to kind of apply to come through? Do you want backgrounds? What do you need to know about someone?
Backgrounds? Never. So at White Cook, we are a cooking studio that's a social cooking studio. So it's not educational per se, but it's a space where people can just cook, dance, drink, and have a jolly good time. So you can find us on ycook_SA on Instagram and on Facebook. We're not very big on Twitter, but Instagram and Facebook, you're good. And then we do have a website, www.ycook.co.za. Pop us an email, book a session, and you won't regret it.
You can make food like this. I mean, I can see our technical crew, they're trying to get in on the food before it vanishes. You can't come in yet. We're still on air. You can't touch the food yet. And I appreciate you coming in, Yolanda. All the best with Why Cook. It's a great name, Why Cook. It's kind of a question and a statement as well. So it's very, very clever.
It came through my meditation.
It came through meditation.